So this is our product portfolio. As I said, we are doing a lot of network planning. Our main product is a network planning tool. We are using also the same network planning tool to do planning for our customers on their behalf. Then we are doing radio monitoring and measurements with UAVs. With these miniature helicopters, we can measure in a very cost-effective way the antenna pattern for different applications, for instance, at the commissioning phase. Then we are doing knowledge transfer through strategic consulting and training academy, and in addition, besides the broadcast operator, our other main market are spectrum management and regulatory bodies. This is just example of our references. You see in the middle row, you can recognize maybe yourself. These are broadcast references. In upper two rows, there are regulatory bodies. Below, telecom operators and utility companies. For instance, you can see Saudi Aramco, one of the wealthiest company in the world, also trust on us in the consulting and the planning. This is environment I used for this study. I picked 61 stations from the ITU database. Normally 1 to 2 transmitters per allotment with the highest ERP. I think this was from Geneva 06 analog assignment. So I used also the ERPs from the analog world, even though for digital they're lower, but in some countries this is the allowed also to plan up to the analog values. All the entire transmitter information is from the database, from the notified station. Prediction model I have used in the studies LS UHF VHF prediction model, combination of free space and diffraction submodels, mainly due to the time efficiency, because I had to calculate almost 120 field strength results, because every transmitter is giving one tropo and one steady result. One is interfering, one is wanted. DTM resolution 100 meter, also because of the time efficiency. Normally for digital planning 50, even 20 meter is required. And back to the first slides, difference between DVB-T2 coverage and DVB-T coverage. I used MFN example to show this. So with 61 stations, with frequency which were notified, I had a 28 frequency. I didn't do frequency planning, even because I have no interference. The population covered with the DVB-T for given set of parameters was 70%, and for the same powers, if you use MFN and DVB-T2, it was already 80%. Moreover, if we used the same coverage of DVB-T, we would have the capacity of 45 megabits per second, and for the DVB-T we had 27.14 megabits per second. So this is just the illustration of the very first slide, and just a couple of slides regarding portable and mobile implementation scenarios, which are very popular with DVB-T2. They require some other modulation schemes of 64 QAM. I did this with the same active station for the SFN scenario 3B, but for the 256 QAM, and you cannot compare fixed and portable here. The coverage population is just 34 for outdoor and 22 for the indoor. So I would like to thank you very much for the attention, and if you have some questions.